Hi, I'm Casey, your business buddy. You're welcome to this episode of Start Small, Grow Big. And today we will be looking at before you start. Oftentimes, people just get the inkling that they need to start a business and boom, they hit the road and they start. Today, I want us to look at what you need to do before you start. I know if you were like me, you would be thinking about capital as the first thing you need when you want to start your business. What you need is to ask the right questions. I don't know if that sank, but truth be told, many people who've had the kind of funds they needed still found themselves failing woefully. And so before you start, what then do I need to do? You may need to ask. What you need to do is ask the right questions. And today we would be looking at the 9 questions that you need to ask before you start that business. Stay right there. Question 1. What is my why? Many people have the very wrong reasons for starting a business. As someone who has worked with a lot of small businesses, you hear people say, oh, I don't want to wake up early. Some people say, I want to work for myself. Some people say, oh, I don't want to answer sir or ma'am to anyone. And that's the reason they go to start a business. Really? Is that enough for a reason? Or, I need money, I'm broke, I just have to find money. Please note that if your why is not strong enough, when the many storms, the many challenges of running a business come your way, you won't be able to weather those storms. So it's very important that the reason you need to run a business or you need to start a business is strong enough to keep you going during the not so good days. So question number 2, what is a business? It's not enough to think it's about what you already know. You never would go wrong asking again and again. You never will go wrong seeking knowledge. You may think you already know what the definition of a business is because you probably have even been running one, or you were born into a family where running a business is the order of the day. It's important we pause again and look at what a business is. A business is defined as an organization that applies an idea or a set of ideas to practical solutions with the aim of solving problems for people or other organizations. So I say for people, meaning it could be a business to a customer, a B2C, or to other organizations, a business to other businesses for profit. And so if we've gotten this definition right, you would see that the other questions are elements of this very definition. Question 3, do I have an idea? So it's important you ascertain that you have the right idea. In other episodes, I would be looking at what a good idea is, what a great idea is, and what a not so good idea is. Question 4, what are the practical situations? And so this simply means what are the problems, what are the wants, what are the needs that you have identified that your big idea will be applied to. And then question 5 would say, who are the people who have these situations? Who are the people in these situations? And it's simply saying, who is the target market? Who is the target audience? Who will your idea be applicable to? Question 6, at what cost is this going to come? Meaning, what are the resources you would be needing? So this is where you can begin to ask the question of how much would it be? What's the budget? What's the cost? Which skills do I need to find? What are the resources that we need to put in place for this, to work? Question 7, how will the idea be applied? Remember, we talked about an idea being applicable to practical situations. How will this idea be applied? That's question 7. And this is the question of what is the business model that you will be putting in place? In other words, how will you make this happen? What will be your core strategy. Question 8. This is to lead to profit. It has to be commercially viable. And so how will you measure profit? Will you measure profit as people? Will you measure profit as money? This singular factor is what distinguishes an enterprise from a social enterprise. So oftentimes people do not know what is the difference between a social enterprise and every normal business. It only goes to say, who would you impact more? Would you talk about your impact more in the number of people, or would you talk about your impact along the lines of how much money that you have made at the end of the day? Number 9. Remember, the definition started with saying it is an organization. So how do I become an organization? This is the question you then need to ask. Becoming an organization means that you need to become a legal entity. You are not your business. And then even as an individual, you cannot call, an individual an organization. The word organization stems from the word organism, being put together. Organisms, a set of structure, a set of subunits being put together, meaning that business has to move beyond you. It needs to start with having a name. It needs to start with being registered with the local authorities. It needs to start with having 1, 2, 3 persons join you either as part of your team or as partners. By the time you ask yourself and answer these 9 questions, you're ready to give it a good shot. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to you practically demonstrating your dreams by starting off that business. But remember, like was said, you need to ask the right questions. And so, see you next time on Start Small, Grow Big. Please drop your questions in the comment section below, and I'll look through them and give answers. I remain Casey, your business buddy. Till the next episode, please stay safe.